Anchor walked up to me this morning to slap me on the stomach. Just to watch it. Just he got a kick out of it. I'm like, ouch. Why'd you do that? He's just hanging out. Just needed some cheap entertainment. I'm like, dang, bro. Anchor, do you have a big belly or a little belly? I got a little belly, but you got a big belly.
Well, welcome, Jeremy, to another podcast of How Stupid People Succeed. I'm Josh Cooper, and this is my friend, Jeremy Dunn.
Did you just forget my name? You kind of looked at me like you forgot my name.
I was debating whether or not to use your last
And
name.
you probably shouldn't sniffle into the mic.
I'm sorry. That's why the little cover thing's on there, I think.
Nope.
No, well, I just show up and I just do whatever.
You should Google that.
Yeah, well, make sure you like us on
It's a pop filter, not a
Facebook,
snot filter.
YouTube. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Comment, like, tag people on Facebook for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Jeremy,
Speaking of dad stuff, I'm cutting you off because that's going to be terrible. Speaking of dad stuff, you know, your kids go off in the morning.
Yes.
And this is the moment I realized, like, man, I am truly all in on this whole dad thing. Like, obviously the sweater's a dead giveaway. Like, Jeremy Dunn is completely invested in the whole dad life. The sweater, the haircut, all of that. I'm not going to grow long hair, even though I always love long hair and I think it's cooler. But the kids leave in the morning, you know, you always say, hey, have a great day. Hey, have a great day. And so I was thinking about my children. I was thinking about, like, I want to be very intentional with them. And I don't want just empty jargon to fill my conversations with people, especially like even in the morning, you know, as we're leaving the gym, you know, we'll typically say, okay, you know, have a great day, whatever. And it's like, that's kind of weak because I can't control if I'm going to have a great day. Sometimes life circumstances take away a great day from me. So what I started saying to my kids, and it was super cheesy, and I feel cheesy every time I say it, but it's true. I tell them, be great to your day. So you can't control the circumstance. Don't give me a fake, okay? If it's real and it hits, I'll take it. But when it's fake,
bring it. Preach.
don't do that.
Preach.
But it's like when my kids go out in the world, I want them to understand that sometimes the circumstances that the world serves up are just going to suck.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. However, you can have an excellent, great response in who you are as a person to that challenge and to that adversity. So it's whether, you know, today just sets up success for you and it's a positive and it's easy and you just crush it, or today kicks you in the mouth and you got to figure some things out. You can still lay your head at night knowing I was great to this day. I didn't check out of this day. I didn't wish this day away. I didn't waste this day. And then so the other thought on top of that is, are we really giving today the opportunity it deserves? My life, there's definitely no shortage of testimonial days where an average day became exceptional out of nowhere, or an opportunity or a conversation or a relationship with somebody just became, you know, something so much more than it was. And I think about even in relationships, right? So we shared the story of how we met initially when, you know, that whole scenario or whatever. But it's like out of giving that day some credit, giving that day some opportunity, it turned into something that's been a decade plus long relationship. So in your life, as you're navigating, you know, the start of your day or going through your day or navigating some challenges in relationships, life, business, work, whatever it may be, how do you maintain a legitimate accountability to yourself knowing I'm putting in great effort? Because I will say a lot of people take themselves off the hook and they call completely average great or good, which if you read the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, you realize good is the enemy of great. So if you're settling into the mindset of, oh no, it was a good day, right? You have now demonized being great because it's going to destroy the entire structure of what you set up to be good.
Question. Would you rather have 5 good days in a week,
One great day.
or 1 great day?
I'll take all the bad days I can get. Give me one great day. Give me one great day.
No, I said good days.
I don't need good days. I don't need good days. I think good days are a waste of days. I want days to be great. I want days to be filled. I want days to be full. And I think that's a direct reflection on how intentional are you about your day. Because good is...
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so what I mean by that is like good is just a positive emotion. That's all good is. Good is just a disposition of a positive emotion. That was a good meal. At the end of the meal, I feel emotionally satisfied, and that's it. That was a good conversation. At the end of the conversation, I just feel emotionally satisfied. Sometimes we just use the word good when we really should use the word great on the flip side of that. So, man, that was a good meal, when really, like, that was a great meal. But I want to be intentional in understanding, what does great look like? And so what do I mean by great? I think good is what you're naturally capable of doing, and you do it. To me, that's almost just, that's your personal responsibility to yourself, right? You owe it to yourself and to the people around you that are emotionally connected to you to then challenge what's my natural just accomplishment as a good human being.
Yeah, but people don't always do that either, though.
No. And then how much does good look different than great? Because greatness does something completely different. Greatness constantly takes you out of your comfort zone. So that's where I think they're enemies. I think good says, here's your comfort. I think great says, oh, here's where I got completely uncomfortable. Yeah. Here's where I completely went over and beyond what I'm used to and what I'm normally doing in my life. So it's like, am I a good friend? Yeah, I'm a good friend. If they want to talk to me, they'll call me and I'll talk to them and I'll pay attention. But if I'm a great friend, I'm constantly aware of their thermometer and their temperature, and I'm matching the two. And if I'm connected to them, then I also know what their own destination is for great. So then I'll get in their junk a little bit too, if I'm being a great friend. Hey man, you're not asking for this, but because I'm a great friend, I'm going to jump into your junk real quick and I'm going to call it as I see it. And if we have to have an argument, we'll have an argument. But I'm not going to be a good friend. If I'm a good friend to somebody, it's because I really don't care, to be honest. Like if I'm a great friend, I want to know if there's a financial struggle. I want to know if there's a marriage struggle. I want to know if there's a depression and anxiety there. You know, if there's a good day, you just kind of want to do your thing and just be complimented and just feel good about yourself. That's weak to me. That's super soft. Super soft. I want to be great. And when I walk around, I want people to have that expectation of me too. Like, oh crap, here comes Jeremy. He's gonna challenge everybody to be great. And if he sees greatness isn't happening around him, he's gonna make fun of them.
So do you think because of that and that pursuit in your life, that could be some of the
100%. Why I'm an a-hole.
The negative connotation of Jeremy Dunn?
100%. Why I'm an a-hole. Because life isn't gonna just give you great.
Yeah.
Now, if you're born into it, you know, let's say I'm born to like a wealthy family or something like that, or I'm, you know, brawny. I'm LeBron James's son, and I have all of the resource, all of the genetics. I have everything to be this great basketball player. I think that's a completely different conversation. But in my life, it's not like, now I have great character of men to draw my life from, which I think is the most important greatness to aspire to, right? What kind of family man am I? What kind of integrity do I have? What kind of character do I have? What does a testimony of time in my life say about me? And do I have these moments of demonstrated greatness? And I also think greatness is under the radar in a sense. I don't think greatness is something that you try to gain attention on, because if it's real greatness, nobody will deny it. I think good then manipulates itself to be great because it tries to draw attention, as in, look what I'm doing. But again, everybody almost has that internal scale of what's truly great. And we live in a culture that so much good is trying to convince us it's great, that it's like we can sense that inauthentic nature. So for you, you're not trying to just be a good dad. You're legitimately trying to be a great dad. You're not just trying to be good at real estate or just have a career in it. You're trying to be great at real estate. You're trying to separate yourself from the pack of people that just aren't really pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that edge to know, hey, I can't check out of today because today deserves my greatness?
One of the cool things about that is it's a sliding scale. Mm-hmm. You know, from 2 years ago when, 2 years ago when I closed 24 homes, in most people's eyes, that's a great year.
Right. That's only your third year, second year? Yeah. So great start.
Great start. Sold 24 homes, helped a lot of people do a lot of really cool things. But you look at it as, now last year in 2019, I closed 46. So if I'm sitting back there looking at 24 as the pinnacle, as the great, what's going to push me to 2 years later
Right.
sit there and close 46 homes.
Well, and even looking at your trajectory, the year 2 of 24 might have even been greater than year 4 with 46.
Yeah.
Because is the real mark just the number you got? Or is the real mark what you're accomplishing and how you're navigating to go through it?
Yeah.
Because 5 years from now or whatever, if you're still at 46, that can build you what some people would call a great career, but you're not being great to your career.
Yeah.
You're not challenging and maximizing the capacity of, well, where can I take this? What can I do? And like this year, what you're discovering is the next step of greatness is really more about changing everything you do, changing who you're doing that with, and then getting really uncomfortable a lot more.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you navigate? I'm not just going to stop just because I got to 1 mile marker.
So one analogy that I think about a lot is, well, I love golf, right? One of the greatest golfers of all,
I'm not great at golf.
Well,
I'm not good at golf. I'm horrible at golf.
well, one of the greatest golfers of all time, hands down, argue or not, is Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Tiger Woods, in his pinnacle of success, Tiger Woods took the time and he says, you know what? I'm going to change my swing.
Yeah.
A swing that gave him dozens and dozens of wins, major championships, dump trucks full of money.
And already, if he just maintained that pace, was already being heralded as one of the greatest of all time.
Yep.
So didn't have to do anything else to anybody else's perception of you're going to be one of the greatest of all time.
Yep. But took the time because he knew he was good, but he didn't think he was to his potential yet.
Right.
So when he went and he changed the golf swing, if you've ever done that, that's super, super, super
Mine
difficult.
changes every swing.
Oh my God.
Mine changes every
on purpose.
No 2 swings are the
On
same.
purpose.
I don't know how.
But if you think about that, you are one of the greatest of all times, but yet you know that you can be better and you want to be better and you change your craft to try to make it better. And and there's a lot of roller coasters along the way. There's going to be good days where you're just pure in the ball. Other days, there's a lot of chili dippers.
Chili dipper.
Chili dippers.
What is a chili dipper?
You know what a chili dipper is?
No.
Okay, so
Are you allowed to talk? I feel like
No.
you just said like something vulgar. A chili dipper?
or a
That
worm
son of a chili
burner
dipper?
or something like that.
A worm burner? I know what a worm burner
Yeah,
is. What's a chili dipper?
A chili dipper is essentially when you just you kind of come out of your swing, you catch it off the toe, and it's like a low hook.
Okay. Learned something new.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's just a lot of
The
those
old
things.
chili dipper.
The old chili dipper.
Got him with the chili dipper.
Yeah, tin cup. Tune in. But yeah, that's So to me, if someone like that is able to do that and able to see the greatness or believe in the greatness in himself and push himself to change, then who am I to not think that that's possible in me? So,
Right. And he fell off for a while.
Yeah, he did.
So, and at any point in time, he probably could have said, okay, well, let's go back to the old swing because this isn't working.
Yeah.
But obviously he saw it through and got back to where he wanted to be.
Yeah.
Which again, reinvention, I think, is a huge part of greatness.
Yeah.
So even like say you take an easy example like Michael Jordan, you look at early highlights of his career, he was very aggressive off the dribble, very aggressive about being around the rim. And then you look at him later in his year and he's perfectly fine just setting up a jump shot, developed the fadeaway, which completely changed the NBA and just about every, pure scorers, mid-range game and everything like that. So he brought all these elements. He made it cool to take a jump shot. You know what I mean? Like think about how great Michael Jordan is in the grand scope. At that point in time in the NBA, it was all about, the little fast point guards, do some crazy acrobatic layups or dunks or something. The big guys down low do that. A handful of people shoot from the outside. And Michael Jordan made the mid-range jumper cool.
He made it sexy.
He made it sexy. And I think that's what great people do as well. They can take a something that, so even think about the challenge, that mental, that switch. So if you can click the switch to go, okay, I've been chilling in average, I've been chilling in great. How do I click it over to greatness? you can look at a lot of the mundane things you do, like a 15-foot jump shot. Okay, so in life, what is that? You can look at, maybe a morning where you're getting the kids ready, or you can look at maybe a dinner you're sitting down with your family, or you can look at maybe a meeting that you habitually walk into, or whatever the mundane is, and you can say, okay, how do I make this great? Because he took something that nobody was asking for, nobody wanted, nobody was like, hey, MJ, you know what you should do next? But he saw where his game was going. He saw, okay, I can still jump a little bit, but I'm certainly not jumping over everybody like I was. I'm certainly not as fast as some of these younger guys. But how do I develop my game in a way that causes me to still maintain my level of greatness? Because what was great then isn't great now. So another example, like in relationships, if I do something great for my wife, it's great. But if she starts sensing I just keep going back to the well and I just keep doing the same thing to try to get the same result, all of a sudden it's like, it's lost its luster. Right. So if I just become a guy that becomes
like back rubs.
Yeah. Back rubs. Yeah. The old chili dipper. But if I become somebody that just keeps going back to the well of what was great, then it almost has that, like, it's almost worse than just trying to even be good. It's almost like you're trying to manipulate us to believe what you believe is great that nobody thinks is great, that you yourself probably have got over the fact isn't great. And now you're trying to like sell it like it's great.
Yeah.
Which is a huge challenge in any given day where you're tired. Maybe you're fighting a sickness and you just want to get through something. But life's too short for that. So in the moments where you just want to get through something, what's a great piece of advice you try to coach yourself on and understanding I can't wish this moment away. I have to be great in this moment when you're not feeling it.
Ultimately, I think it comes down to knowing your goals and knowing what you're capable of and where you want to be. Because if I didn't know where I want to be, there's no reason for me to make any sort of change or take days off, things like that. And like I still take days off, when I feel like I need to. But, like if I'm not, so like I kind of joke around with the kids. So, I know we talked about before, I love taking the kids to school. And, like you say, be great to your day. Like I kind of joke around with the kids a little.
Dominate.
Yeah. I tell them, I'm like, hey, make sure you dominate today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure you dominate today.
Total dad line.
But it's just like, there are so many things that you can do
right
when it comes to that. Like, what does that look like to you? So, Ray, for instance, he's really he's in first grade and he's struggling reading. He has an intervention teacher for reading, and he's the epitome of a boy, right? He just wants to get through everything. He just wants to be done so he can go play and hang out with his friends. And but he thinks because he's going to rush through it and mess everything up, but because he's done. He doesn't have to worry about it. So being able to explain to him, like I use the story of the tortoise and the hare. Like who won that race?
Right.
It was because you were slow and methodical, and the tortoise had a goal of getting to that finish line, and he was going to do whatever he could at his own pace to get there and succeed. And to me, that's what it comes back to. If you're being great to your day or you're going to dominate the day, is you have your goals and where you want to be at the end of the day. And if you're hitting those, that is being great to your day. And, if you're not hitting them, you use those opportunities to be kind of introspective of looking at my own life and like, well, what did I do today? Well, like I went in my buddy's office and we sat there and chatted for 2 hours, and we had a 2-hour lunch, and there's 4 hours of my day gone.
Right.
So like if you're not intentional and you're not focused on those goals, you can't be great and you can't dominate your day.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, it's a good conversation.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys,
do we get a light? Just a light that says Josh, take us out.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the natural feel of that.
It's the nod. It's the.
Is that what you want me to give you?
Yeah. No.
I almost said give you a little chili dipper, but that sounds way wrong.
Well, thank you so much for stopping in and tuning in again to How Stupid People Succeed. I'm Josh. This is Jeremy. Make sure you like us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Share it
soon.
Comment
on Facebook. Tag somebody. Make sure you subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Other than that, we're out of here. Nailed it.